Arty.
Kamish, what's happening?
Nothing much. How are you doing?
Surviving the snow.
I know, crazy weather, isn't it?
It has not stopped practice schedule, though.
What's that?
It has not stopped practice schedule.
That's
we got
good.
to work at it this morning.
It's good to hear. I'm actually going to get Jim on right now, so give me 1 sec here.
Mr. Commissioner.
James, how you doing?
I'm fantastic. How are you today?
I'm doing great, doing great. Let me get Arty in here. AJ, Jim, you there?
Absolutely. Going on, guys.
Oh man, so it's a pleasure to have you both on the show. AJ, second week in a row, which is good. But Jim, we haven't had you on for a while, so it's definitely good to hear your voice.
Yeah, I've noticed. I haven't been on since last season. I've been completely neglected this year on Live with the Commish.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I don't need that sort of recognition. I'm happy to be on today, and I'm looking forward to the game this week.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I mean, AJ mentioned that he's getting pounded with snow up in headquarters for Stafford and Company. I guess that's the team name this week. But how's the weather holding up in Kansas there?
The weather in Kansas is great. The team's actually practicing in Houston right now. I've been spending most of my time there with them, so the weather there is fantastic. It's a great place for them to be getting ready for the game.
Oh yeah, and do you like practicing in warm weather? I mean, AJ seems to have taken the cold weather approach. Is there an advantage for either, or just how your team?
Oh, there's absolutely an advantage. Well, for his team, perhaps.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be okay here. Drew's got an indoor game this week, so I'm not too worried about the weather for him. That is obviously the big question mark of this week is the performance of one Sir Drew Brees.
Yeah, I mean.
Sorry,
go ahead, Ari.
No, I mean that's the X factor. St. Louis can put together a little game for pride at home, keep them to a Peyton-like performance.
Oh yeah. I mean, how do you feel
after? Drew's feeling pretty confident this week. I think he had a solid game last week, and he plans on keeping that going for this week against St. Louis. I think he's going to do well.
Now, Jim. I mean, how do you feel after your Thursday night performance? Because I mean, I'm sure AJ's feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good after Thursday, and
you know what? I'm not really worried. Let's take a quick look back at last week at AJ's performance. Ted Ginn 0.5 points. He's due. Pierre Thomas 2.8 points, and he still comes out with a victory. This is a team game. The whole team needs to perform, and two players having a less than all-star performance is not it's not worrying me for the game. Well. I'm glad you brought the receivers, because I wanted to address that. We thought we'd make some personnel changes with Dexter McCluster.
Oh.
But we sat both Ginn and C. Smith down, and we come to the realization that they'll be just fine this week.
Now, are they responding well in the locker room, Arty, after that? I mean, that's tough for a playoff.
Yeah. I think with the threat of McCluster coming into the locker room off the bench, waiver wire, late season, kind of shook him in the right spot.
Yeah.
And we got them focused up, rejuvenated, energized about the final two games of the season here.
And I'm sure, Jim, I mean, I'm sure, you've been through adversity before. I mean, coming into the league, this is your second year, and I think that I had Tony on earlier, and, I think you guys don't shy away from big games. So I think your team will be ready. I think it's just going to come to the point if the two rookies, you and Tony, can kind of break that barrier. I mean, AJ hasn't been playoff bound, but I mean he's got a lot of experience under his belt there, and taking on.
And I appreciate you bringing up the fact that I'm here in my second year, and I'd like to highlight that I am the second year team that successfully set a lineup every week this year.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I will give you that. I mean, Tony. I think it's the California weather that gets Tony.
He gets his head in the clouds.
Yeah, I mean,
but you know what? He's still playing. So hey, and you know what? He's got a solid team. He had an excellent week last week, and he could very well be a team in the championship.
For
I
sure.
look forward to seeing him there.
With Nils,
a little matchup of the second-year teams.
CJ mentioned that earlier. I mean, he doesn't want to see it, obviously, but it's a possibility that it could be you and Tony, and that would be, I don't know. I don't think AJ would like that either. I mean,
first off, I find it highly disrespectful. We're looking past this week right now.
Yeah.
And believe me, my team responded to locker room material very well last week.
Yeah.
So keep firing with that, Jim. Keep firing, and you'll see, just how big of the bite it is.
No.
Well, I was just, you know what? I appreciate that. I got to stay confident for my team. I can't be wavering. The guys want to see a leader that's confident that they're going to do well. I have nothing but respect for your team. I think you have had a fantastic year, and last week did what you needed to do to take down no matter how you win. The regular season juggernaut.
But he did not just take them down. He held them to under 80 points, which is a lot of teams haven't been able to do that.
Superior defense all the way around.
I can't argue with that.
On my side. I think you have to chalk that one up to scouting. AJ knew what was really going to go down last week.
He did.
He did. Put the players on the field that he needed to take care of business.
Which brings me. I mean, Jim, that's why I guess that's kind of my point in wondering if you're concerned about this, because AJ does have that experience. He doesn't have the playoff experience, but he's shown that he's intense and he does the scouting. So I don't know if you faced a guy like this in the playoffs and just this big of an atmosphere.
Would have much tenacity and focus.
Yeah,
I mean, AJ's an intense guy. I was in the playoffs last year.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here before. Unfortunately, this was right where I had some roadblocks in last season. But I'm learning from those games and learning from the mistakes I've made. And I think we'll have a good game this week. AJ is certainly a fantastic owner in the league, but I'm pretty confident in my team.
Jim, what do you predict? How many points do you predict your team's going to put up?
I'm predicting somewhere right around the 110, 115 range. Ooh, that's perfect. That was 120 for me. So, well, it's funny. It works out well when the opposing team gets asked that question first. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Okay.
If you had asked AJ that question first, and he said my team's going to put up 150, I would have said more than yours. I wouldn't have given out a number like that. Okay. But you can enjoy your 115, 110. That's fine. I'm confident with. I'm confident to be in that range. I think my team's gonna hang right in there.
I think the biggest thing you have to look for, Jim, is not so much how his receivers are gonna do and how his team's gonna perform, but I think it's if his name changes. He changed to basically take down one of Connor's big players last week, and it held him to like 7 points. So, it remains to be seen, but AJ might put some magic in that name and, put Drew into a bad situation come Sunday.
You know what? We might have something working. A team without a name is a team without a home. They're just vagabonds walking around with no idea who they are. We're road warriors. We're warriors. Okay. I mean, as the 8th seed, you got to have that us versus the world mentality, and we certainly have embraced that throughout the week. Okay. Fair enough. Well, hey, you know what, Commish? I have a question for you.
Yeah.
And I really think that as far as Live with the Commish goes, this is pretty important. What musical selection did you make for the opening for AJ and I?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, because currently I was thinking about doing a closing song rather than an intro song, just because everybody expects these intro songs all the time. So I wanted to end it on something. And I was gonna kind of actually throw it out there to you guys to see what you guys were interested in. I really want to pick a song that's gonna, I guess, basically go along with this matchup. Like, what is something that you guys feel signifies what's about to happen come Sunday?
For whom the bell tolls.
Yeah, exactly. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's what we've been playing all week throughout the practice. We've adapted Chip Kelly's loud music tactics in practice.
And what do you say, Jim?
I'm thinking Bad Company.
Bad Company. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I might have to. We'll see, because I might have to end this at a good one for you guys. I've been thinking, and it's tough to really. For Connor's and AJ's, it was a little bit easier, and even for CJ's, no one really cares about that matchup anyway.
For Connor's interview, any boy band selection would have been acceptable.
Oh yeah, I mean, and I haven't talked to him, but he's pretty upset about last week.
Yes, he should be. I think so.
He talks a lot, and he didn't have a chance to really show himself last week, but. I guess my last thing with you guys is, I mean, I probably won't be able to talk with you guys, at least one of you, come next week. So the floor is kind of yours at this point. I mean, because this might be your last opportunity to talk with me for another year. So, any questions for me? I know, Jim, you threw one out there. But, I mean, anything else you guys have, or, anything you guys want to say to each other about this matchup? Because one of you guys will be fighting for that big prize at the end, so...
Sure, it is big this year.
It is big.
Yes, it is.
I guess any thoughts to make the league better? Anything like that?
Make the league better? It certainly has been good. We got to get some, regional pockets for draft day.
Yeah.
I understand. We can't.
I agree.
All go out into one place, but certainly the Mid-Eastern, Mid-Atlantic area can.
No, I agree.
Can convene a league offices, maybe in DC or something.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I would make a trip back east for that type of.
Would
event.
you?
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, without a doubt.
If I
dedicated owner to the next level.
Okay, if I planned it out in enough advance, would you guys be able to make that work? I mean, you guys are kind of the two people. I mean, everybody else really doesn't give me feedback, so.
That's my vote. Absolutely.
Okay. Very cool.
I would be more than happy to make that trip.
Well, all right, then I will keep that in mind. And, for the both of you, good luck. It's been a great... I love talking to you two because you guys always have a lot to say. Some of the other owners, it's tough to really have a conversation because nobody really talks. So it's good. And, I'm rooting for you both. I think either of you would be a good showing in the championship game. But I'll tell you right now, my vote is going to be AJ. I think he's going to pull it out this week. I think he's got... It's all fallen into place for you this year, AJ. And Jim, I think it's going to be a good game. I just don't think you're going to have enough. But, that's why the game's played, so we'll see.
Fair enough. We perform well against the naysayers.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
All right, guys. Well, if you don't have anything else...
I appreciate the kind words,
AJ, good luck. Jim, good luck. And if you guys don't have anything else, I will, we'll see you Sunday. We'll see what happens.
Best of luck this week, AJ. I expect a fantastic... You as well. Clean games. Yeah, without a doubt. None of this nonsense. Just a good quality football game.
All right.
For for the fans. Absolutely
for the fans. Right. We're growing every day.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good one, boys.
Right.
Good luck. This is what I'm going to send it out on, guys. AJ, AJ and Jim, good luck. And this song really signifies what you guys are about to, what's about to happen on Sunday. Here comes the boom. Peace.